I actually have a technique to filling my pill box. So I've never known any different. I've just always had some kind of like chronic illness that I had to deal with. Whether it's my liver or related to the meds or something, side effects. There's a lot of things. I really have to be mindful of my energy and how much I can do each day. Some days I'll have big plans and I want to do so many things and I'll list it all out. I'll get one thing done. But I mean, things that people don't consider as things that they're doing, like putting clothes away or picking up their kids from school, those are all things that take energy from me. So I need to celebrate all those small things, because the small things is really where God shows up, I feel like. I'm Amy C. from California. I've lived here all my life. I'm doing admin on staff at Hope. So I help our children's director and I prep the lessons. I like doing behind the scenes stuff, helping out in small ways. I think my interest in art came early. That was the one subject that I loved in school and the only thing that I felt like I could do well. I love painting. I don't do things realistically. If you ask me to paint faces, they would look like cartoons. I love drawing animal characters. I've always wanted to put them into some kind of like children's book. I just love making things with my hands. I used to sew. Sometimes I'll invite some friends over and we'll just paint or make stuff. Will the supplies out for me then?
Sure. What supplies do I need to get out for you?
Exactly, I gotta look through it.
We're ready, so.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Okay. When you think about home, what do you think of? Like, what's home to you?
I think of, family and warmth, like relationships.
I was thinking it would be kind of cool to have like either a word, a phrase, a verse, or even just a picture if it's something that you're imagining. Kind of like a home base kind of a thing where you put your... I want to share my love for creativity to other people. I think other people just don't always have a chance to do it, or maybe they feel like they can't, or it's not their thing. But what I love about it is that it's just something that anybody can do. It's a good time to just sit and be able to do something outside of what you normally do. I started the women's brunch just as a time and space for women to get together, to not only get to know each other and talk and share stories, but also to just share a new experience where everybody's starting new. And I think for the most part, nobody's done these things, so then we're all kind of in the same place, learning at the same time. A lot of times I look up like different workshops because I don't know, I just really like them. Like, I want to learn myself. Patricia, basket weaving from Arts Camp, I was watching her do that with the kids and I'm like, I want to do that. This sounds very selfish. Like, I just want to try these things, but I want everyone to try it with me. You know, I want everyone along on that journey. I think an opportunity to encourage people is very life-giving, because If you get to do something outside of yourself, outside of your norm, something happens, you know, you kind of open up. Every time we do one of these, they're like, what's the next one, you know? And I love that because I feel like, oh, okay, they enjoyed this, that's good. It's just wonderful to see how everybody is so incredibly different. But so creative, even though they say that they're not creative. But we're all doing the exact same thing. We all have the same materials. We're all getting the same direction. It's quite amazing. I feel like it just really shows how much God created us so uniquely. My son had a birthday party to go to on the Friday night before the brunch. I had to sit him down and say, okay, I'm gonna take you, but I can only stay for an hour. And he's like, an hour and a half? And I was like, an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I said, because I have a brunch in the morning, and not only do I need to prepare, but also what I do to prepare is, and he interrupted me and he said, you need to rest. I need to rest before, and I know that I need to rest after. So I really have to kind of be mindful of the day before and that day and the day after, like with anything big. It's been a really good way that I've been able to learn how to rely on God, trust Him every day. A lot of times I pray, even in those small moments. I think this might be the first time that I can't fit a bottle in this box. And I've had this box. My brother bought it for me in 2011 after my second transplant. And my mom and I were living in an apartment around the corner from the hospital, just because I had to go there like every week, I think. Maybe even more so. I just had to keep coming in, and yeah, that was really hard. I think struggled my whole life with is just having this high standard and expectation to be normal when I'm actually nowhere near that, and I don't know why I have that, but to not be able to allow myself to say that I could, that's hard. Yeah. That's something that God's definitely working within me, to know that it's okay. I don't have to do everything. That He made me this way for a reason, and what I can do is like contribute in small ways. I feel like God's really shown me how those small things are, it might seem small, but it's not small. I might think it's small, but somebody else might think it's big. If I look at my dreams through God's eyes, I feel like I am living my dream, because it's not about what I want to dream. It's really, you know, what God has for me instead.